Welcome, Pisces Aries, to your Astro Dice reading for June. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Let's see what's going on with you, my friends. Best message coming in. Let's move this up just a little bit. There we go. Best message coming in for June. We have the fifth house coming out, talking about that love, romance, things that you create with Saturn. A lot of people are getting Saturn this month with Sagittarius energy. Lots of Saturn. Very interesting. So the part of you that accepts the challenge to gain the wisdom, I have a lot of people are accepting this challenge to gain the wisdom over here. Okay, going straight into Sagittarius energy. The energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. And going straight into that fifth house where you have fun, romance, and create things you are proud of. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, best messages coming out, please, for the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Going straight to the beginning of the month. The part of you that accepts the challenge to gain the wisdom through the fifth house. Interesting. So what is going on here? It does feel like, okay, there's a little bit of weakness going on. Could be dealing with a Leo, some kind of fire sign, guys. But it does feel like you see this weakness within the situation. The challenge in itself that you're trying to gain the wisdom from is definitely a little weak. Not feeling as courageous as you should at the very beginning of the month. Or they are just definitely weak, right? Whatever it is in the fifth house, it's weakened for sure. Wanting to nurture this situation, the three, having the imprints coming out over here saying, but I know that there is some kind of abundance that can be had. Really trying, and I feel it's a kind of a power struggle. That's what I'm feeling. Think about it. If you're feeling weakened over here, but you really want to be abundant, you really want the prosperity, you know things can have the churn around, then that is definitely a power struggle. So feeling like you are in a power struggle to gain the wisdom that you need to know in the fifth house. Yep, trying not to allow the temptation to take over. So definitely, there it is, power. It's definitely power struggle. This is trying to get past any kind of personal beliefs that maybe someone has given you. There could be, I don't know why I want to say that, but for some of you, it could be that someone is definitely trying to come back to you, trying to ask for forgiveness for the situation within a romantic situation, but it feels like there is a power struggle within yourself because you have to gain the wisdom to understand, do they really mean so? Are they being truthful? Is this really going to work? Take it how it recognizes, how it, resonates for you, because you do see this big power struggle. The temptation is the devil, which causes power as well and struggle as well. It's its own power struggle. So it does feel, yeah, that this is where it's like, you know what? I'm not sure what it is, but I really want to nurture this situation. I really want to be prosperous with this, gain the abundance, do the things that needs to be done, having the overall, yep. Compassion. It does feel like somebody is coming back to you, trying to comfort you, trying to give you compassion. It does feel like you are kind of in the healing area, but you're trying to use as much as your intuition as possible because you do care about the situation, but they definitely have you in some kind of personal belief. I do believe that either they're bringing their personal beliefs to you, trying to tell you exactly how it is, and that's where the power struggle is going, or you're trying to use your own intuition and personal beliefs to say, I see what's going on within the situation, but I have to actually gain the wisdom to understand. So really having your intuition, really trying to pop up, really trying to look deep within this cup and say, what is it that you really want from me? What is it that is really going on? Right? If you really care for me, why are you doing this? Right? Absolutely, it could be within it. It's definitely within the love relationship. It is definitely talking about that romance, any kind of right relationship that you have. It feels like you are trying to be, trying to be at mercy of the situation, trying to trust your gut instinct, trying to build that intuition up. To say, you know what, but I really do see or trust in that, that intuition that you have. There is some forgiveness though, so it does feel like this person really wants your forgiveness, but I felt like that in the very beginning. Somebody wants your forgiveness. Someone's putting you in a power struggle because they want you to see, I want you to forgive me, but you're saying, I'm not sure. Because look at what you've done. Look at what you've done. Could be a family member who has done this, right? But we're also talking about the romantic area of your life. So the family member could be your spouse, your husband, your wife, or someone who wants to be there, or someone who is, very close to becoming your husband, your wife. You see them as, it could be a long-term relationship that you're seeing over here, right? But it's kind of crazy because I see the contribution over here, and it's almost like they're contributing to your personal belief. They're contributing to your fears, to your anxieties. You want me to forgive you, but why are you causing all of this? They were what caused it. Yeah. So you feel like if it wasn't for you, right, continuing to say these things, I wouldn't be in such a power struggle. So I do feel like they're still doing something to contribute to why you're in a power struggle. If they're asking for forgiveness, but yet they're still doing the same things, that would be contributing to what you believe. Well, you tell me you want me to forgive you, but yet you're so weak, and it feels like almost to the point too, maybe their forgiveness is weak. Come at me stronger. Make me believe that you really want this. Take it how it resonates, but I'm telling you, no matter what, there's some kind of weakness within the situation. Could even be weakness in where you're caring. Maybe you literally love them, but right now I just don't really care. I just want to figure out how to get this done and over with, right? The mid-month, you do have partnerships and alliances. This is definitely on that romantic area. And it could be, trying to create some fun, trying to create, something going on, reaching out. Three of Pentacles. I want the teamwork. I want the teamwork within the partnership. I want this to be more stable. So in the middle of the month, it does feel like there is some reaching out, whether it's on you or them, to where, it's like, we need to work on this. We want to build something together. I want to build this with you. I want to understand what is going on. I want this to stabilize itself. Clarifying. Whoa, no. No. It's like, no. But there's still some coldness and some bitterness going on over here. How are we going to fix this if it's going to be cold and bitter? Whether it's you who's still a little cold and bitter about the situation and they want to reach out and really want to try to tell you they want to fix this, or whether it's them being cold and bitter and you're saying, but I'm trying to reach out and fix this. This is what you wanted, right? Somebody wants one thing or the other, or oh man, there's also this like piece where it's kind of like they think they do, but I know that they don't. Somebody feels like they're doing all the work. I think it's you. I think they're cold and bitter. I'm going on that area for just a second. And I really do believe that it's you carrying out all the weights, trying to get this back together. I think that in the beginning they were trying a little bit, but they were also contributing to all, like I said, if they're contributing to all the pains and all the things that are going on, then yeah, you're going to be feeling really burned out. Because you feel like now I'm trying to delegate. Now I'm trying to work out the situation between us. And now you've gone cold-hearted and bitter and silent. Turned your back on me. Why would you do that? Well, it's because what I really feel it was because in the very beginning of the month, they were trying to tell you that they wanted forgiveness for the situation. And because you're in such a power struggle over the situation, they kind of gave up. Now, if you really love someone, you're probably saying, why would you give up on the situation? Give me time to figure it out. But now you're going to be doing all the hard work while they sit over here bitter and cold. So you're having self-discipline in the situation, but now you feel like you have lack of direction. You're saying, I wanted this stabilized. I wanted this to get back together. I was bringing up my enthusiasm, bringing up all of this. I wanted that. But now when I start actually caring and wanting to fix everything and feeling like I'm understanding the situation, you become like you don't care. This is just a back and forth thing. It's becoming an opposition. Back and forth. So now you feel like you're in lack of direction. I don't even know where to go now. And you wanted me to think about it, but yet you're doing all these things. Now that I've thought about it and I reach out to you to try to fix the situation, you go cold on me. Okay. Okay, so now we have the Emperor upside down where it's saying you don't even feel like you have the reins anymore. You're going to kind of throw the reins away. Nothing else you can do. It could even be just the point of situation that that's the Emperor card, that they may be manipulating the situation at the end of the month. You are saying, I put in all the dedicated hard work in the end once, because look, I was trying to nurture the situation, but I'm sorry I was stuck in a power struggle. I came back to you, reached out, I put in all the dedicated hard work over here. Now what do you want? Well, now you want to manipulate the situation. They want to manipulate the situation. Wow. So you're going to, look at the Three of Wands and say, well, you know what, then I'm going to take the lead in a different area. I'm going to lead myself away from this situation. I'm going to look at other things that are going on around me. Putting yourself in a different kind of area instead of worrying about this. That's really what it looks like. I'm reaching out for other things. I have progression where I'll have progression, and this is just, it's gone cold. So we're taking the lead over here. Yeah. You're saying, I was giving and taking, and I was trying to share. I was being generous, right? I was sharing my heart, sharing my feelings, trying to reach out to you, trying to do these things, and now you're manipulating my goodwill. You're manipulating everything that I gave to you. So yeah, you're definitely going to let it go and pause and surrender, because you're saying, I already had all the dedicated hard work. I did what I was supposed to do. And you ignored me. So I'm letting it go. Taking a pause. So taking the lead over here with the Three of Wands, it's like, well, the end of the month in this area. Wow. You do feel like they're in deception and manipulation. This becomes a haphazard relationship. They're not coming toward you. Hey, you know what? I want to fix this beginning of the month. Middle of the month. Oh, you want to come back to me and nurture the situation? Nah, I'm cold. End of the month. I want to give to you. I want to fix this. No, I want to manipulate the situation. I'm all talk. I'm all haste. I'm haphazard, and I'm full of deception, and I don't want to really talk about it. But it's kind of crazy because you kind of felt that way, because they were contributing to all the negative energies. And I think, when trying to use your intuition and stuff, you were like, yeah, there's something going on, but I'm going to try it anyways. I would have to say that you probably knew deep down inside somewhere in the beginning of the month that they really weren't 100% changing. But that's where the power struggle came. I'll give them a chance anyways. Towards the end of the month, you realize it's just that's the way they're going to be. I got selfishness. The grass is not green. You don't want to make it green with me? Fine. You want to be selfish? Be selfish. And it just feels like you could even become more obsessed with work, looking at other things, not paying attention to them anymore, because now you're looking out and saying, I'm going to progress in my work. I'm going to progress in where I need to be my own emperor, where I'm going to stand my own ground. I need to get myself back together, because this is just not good. There is no lack. You see what I'm saying? There's lack of long vision. I can't plant the seeds anymore. You're not letting me. You're not letting me in. So there is really no reward. I'm over here trying to do, so I'm diligently going to work. I'm working on something else. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Write me, because I'm not writing you back. I don't have time. I don't have time. And there could even been times that they were, you were trying to write them, and they slowed down, didn't want to write you as they're cold shouldering. Now you're saying, you know what? Well, the tables have kind of turned now. Because what you did to me in the mid-month, you're even a little even more nasty during the end of the month, and then you expect me to write you back. But it does feel like that's exactly what it is, because with the sudden awareness, you're saying, no, this cannot happen. I have to withdraw. I have to retreat from this situation. It's too challenging. You're really putting you in a challenge mode. There could even be competition around you in this situation. Maybe they have someone else in the picture, and you're saying it's too much of a competition with the King of Cups. I don't have time for this. So you definitely could be dealing with a Gemini, and we'll say that you might have this water sign around you. They may be looking at this other water sign. You may know this, right? And you're saying that's it. If there's competition, because that is a card of competition, so we're going to bring that up. If you know that they're looking at someone else, then you're going to feel like that's it. I'm done, because I'm not going to put myself into a competition with another person. If you know they're not writing and they're not being generous, something's up, right, guys? Something's got to be up. And maybe that was what your intuition was saying in the beginning, but maybe you were trying to deny the situation, or saying they're not doing that anymore. But yet, like I said, they're still contributing to all of these negative feelings that are going on as you're still trying to fix this. And I think was trying to keep the hope and the faith, right, with the Hierophant. I'm keeping the faith. I'm keeping the trust. I'm trying my hardest to get past this. But then they just prove to you, I'm just going to say exactly what your intuition said was going on in the first place. That's really what I believe. Okay? And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye.